Toffee met de vogelviool, kost met algie van Jerio.
Wees maar en George, de namen en dingen. Carefully on the talker, Jonathan of the Ananas na. Stand in the fear of God, listen to the Holy Gospel, reading from the Gospel according to our teacher, St. John the Evangelist. May his blessings from the Psalms of our Father David, the prophet and king. Answer me speedily, O Lord, my spirit fails. Do not hide your face from me. Hear my prayer, O Lord. Give ear to my supplications and your faithfulness. Blessed is you, comes in the name of the Lord, our Lord God and Savior and King of us all, Jesus Christ, Son of the living God, to whom is glory. Now Jesus passed by, and he saw a man who was blind from birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he is born blind? Jesus said, neither this man nor his parents sinned, but that the works of God shall be revealed on him. I must work on the words that he said, work on of him who sent me while it is day. The night who is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. When he had said these things, he spat on the ground and made clay with the saliva. And he anointed with the eyes of the blind man with the clay. And he said to him, go wash in the pool of Siloam. So he went and washed and came back seeing. Therefore the neighbors who previously had seen that he was blind, is this not the one who sat and begged? Some said, this is he. And others said, he is like him. He said to them, I am he. Therefore they said to him, how were your eyes open? He answered and said, a man called Jesus made clay and anointed my eyes, and said to me, go to the pool of Siloam and wash. So I went and I washed, and I received sight. And then they said to him, where is he? He said, I do not know. They brought him who formerly was blind to the Pharisees. Now it was the Sabbath when Jesus had made clay and opened his eyes. The Pharisees also asked him again, who is he that had received his sight? He said to them, he put clay on my eyes, and I washed and I see. Therefore some of the Pharisees said, this man is not from God, because he does not keep the Sabbath. Others said, how can a man who is a sinner do such things? And there was a division among them. They said to the blind man, what do you say about him? Because he opened your eyes. He said, he is a prophet. But the Jews did not believe him and believe concerning him. And he had been blind and received this sight until they called his parents and who received his sight. And they asked them, saying, is this your son who you say was born blind? And how does he see? And his parents answered them and said, we know that this is our son and that he was born blind. But by what means, how he sees, we do not know, or who opened his eyes. We do not know. He is of age, and ask him, he will speak for himself. His parents said these things because they feared the Jews, for the Jews had agreed already that if anyone confessed that he was the Christ, he would be put out of the synagogue. Therefore his parents said to him, he is of age, ask him. So they again called the man who was blind and said to him, give God glory. We know that this man who is a sinner. He answered them, whether he is a sinner or not, one thing I do know, that though I was blind, now I see. Then they said to him again, what did he do to you? How did he open your eyes? He answered them, I told you already, and you did not listen. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you also want to become his disciples? Then they reviled him and said, you are his disciple, but we are Moses' disciple. We know that God spoke to Moses as a fellow, for we do not know where he is from. The man answered and said to them, why is this so marvelous thing that you want to know that where he is from? Yet he has opened my eyes. Now we know that God has not heard sinners, but if anyone is the worshiper of God, he does will. hears him. Since the world began has been unheard of everyone who opened their eyes and one who has been born blind. If this man were not from God, he could do nothing. They answered and said to him, you were completely born in sins, and you are teaching us. They cast him out. Jesus heard that they had cast him out, and when he found him, he said to him, do you believe in the Son of God? He answered and said, who is the Lord, that I may believe in him? And Jesus said, you have both seen him, and it is one who is talking to you now. Then he said, Lord, I believe, and worshipped him. And Jesus said, for judgment I have come to this world, and those who do not see may see, and those who see may be blind. Then some of the Pharisees who were with him heard these words and said to him, are we blind so also? And also Jesus said to them, if you were blind, you would have no sin, but now you say we see. Therefore your sin remains.